Hello everyone, this is me Abdul Sabur, your English language instructor, and you're watching EnglioCity. EnglioCity is one of the best platform on YouTube where we give you daily instructional videos and we give you tips and tricks how to improve and how to enhance your English language skills in a short period of time. Well, in this very lesson, I'm going to teach you people about past perfect, present perfect, and future perfect tense. Before you watch this video, if you have missed previous videos where I have recorded a separate lecture about introduction to tenses, simple past tense, simple future tense, and simple present tense, and past continuous, present continuous, and future continuous. I've already covered 3 separate videos related to tenses. Do watch it if you have missed it so you can have a better understanding on this very specific video. Well, let's kick off with the very first one, which is past perfect. Now, what is past perfect? Past perfect talks about an action that have happened before another action in the past. We use past perfect usually parallel with the simple past tense. Simple past tense and simple past tense and past perfect tense can go together. The structure for past perfect is subject plus had plus third form of verb plus object. Now, you say, I had gone to park. I had gone to the park, right? This is an action that have happened in the past. But you can say, I had gone to the park before you called me. Now, here in this very sentence, we have two tenses. We have the structure of two tenses, which is past perfect and simple past tense. So whenever we have these two tenses together, the simple past tense and present past perfect, when they go parallel, so it talks about an action that have happened before another action. Let's have a look at the other example. The teacher had given the lecture, or the teacher had finished the lecture before I enter to the class. Now here there are two actions which took place in the past. A teacher gave a lecture and the student entered the class. But since these two tenses are together, we actually talk about one action which was giving the lecture was completed before another action which was entering to the class. Well, past perfect can also be used for wish. We have a grammatical structure which is wish, and with wish we describe our desires, and with wish we describe our wishes. Now, in that specific grammatical structure, we also use past perfect. For example, I wish I had gone to America. Now, I wish I had gone to America. Past perfect structure is used with wish. We also use past perfect structure in unreal conditional sentences and fourth unreal conditional sentences, right, which is with past perfect. For example, if I had a car, right, or if I had studied well, or if I had obtained good grades, right? We use past perfect in third conditional sentences, right? Unreal conditional sentences where we just describe imaginary situation, right? Let's go for present perfect tense. Now, what is present perfect tense? Present perfect tense talks about completed actions in the past, where simple past tense also talks about completed actions in the past. Both of these two tenses can be used to talk about an action that started in the past and finished in the past. But there are 3 main differences. First, let me give an example. The example with simple past tense is I cleaned the room, and the example with present perfect is I have cleaned the room, right? Now, the structure for present perfect is subject plus have or has plus third form of the verb plus object. Now, this is the structure for present perfect tense. And present perfect tense and past tense have the same usages because both of them have the same function. Both of them can be used to describe an event which took place in the past. Now, what are the differences? Difference number first, past tense has a specification of time, where present perfect has no specification of time. The other difference is that past tense talks about distant past and present perfect talks about recent past. Present perfect talks about an action that have completed in the recent past. And the last difference is that past tense have no effect in the present, but present perfect have effect in the present. For example, if you say, I cleaned the room, so there you need to use a time expression. I cleaned the room last night. Well, mentioning about the time is not important, but you have to know about the time when you make example with past tense. But where you go with present perfect, I have cleaned the room, right? So here you don't need to mention the time, right? Now, how is it different? As I said that since present perfect is talking about an action that have completed in the recent past, so when you say I cleaned the room last night, it means it has no effect in the present. But if you say I have cleaned the room, it means it has effect to the present, which is the room is still clean. Well, now present perfect can also be used to talk about experiences. For example, if you work in an organization for 2 years, right? So you can talk about your experience using present perfect. Present perfect can be a very suitable structure for talking about your experiences. For example, if you have studied school, so you say, I have studied school. Where you can also say, I studied school. Now, I studied school is past tense, where I have studied school is present perfect. Now, present perfect would be a better structure for this example. Why? Because you're talking about your past experience. Or, I have studied college. Or, I have studied university. Or, let's suppose there's a new restaurant that you visit and you learn something about that restaurant. So, that is edited in your past experiences, right? So you better go for present perfect, that I have been to Pizza Hut, or I have been to this restaurant. Well, now moving on towards future perfect. Now, future perfect talks about completed action in the future. Future perfect talks about an action that would be completed or that will be completed by a certain specific time in the future. Let's take an example. I will have bought a car by 2030. Or we can say, by 2030, I will have bought a car. Now, subject plus will plus have plus third form of verb and plus object. This is the structure for future perfect. And future perfect talks about completed actions in the future. Or it talks about an action that will occur in the future by a specific time. Or the other example we have is, I will have finished my PhD by 2050, or by 2050 I will have finished my PhD. Whenever you talk about an action that would be completed in the future, you use future perfect tense. All right, now the advanced usages of future perfect tense is that it talks about future accomplishments. Future accomplishments. Well, accomplishments also come in actions that would happen in the future, right? For example, in my recent example where I talk about by 2050, I will have finished my PhD, right? So it is actually an accomplishment in the future that I'm talking about. Well, that's it for today. I hope this video is helpful for you people and for those students who are interested to learn about English grammar. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a great time. See you next time.